In this lesson, we'll explore the idea of mole and how it applies to calculations in chemistry. First of all, just like we can use the word dozen, when you say 1 dozen of something, it means you have 12 of that thing. So 1 dozen is 12 of anything. It can be fruits, it can be any objects that you're trading. Similarly, when you have 1 mole, that means 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 of anything. This doesn't have to be limited to chemistry. When you think about it, 1 mole can be used to represent 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 of anything, but it becomes useful only in chemistry because we are looking at large number of particles. Okay, so there comes the word particles. Let's make sure we understand what we mean by particles. The word particles is used to represent or mention anything tiny. You can say a particle of dust, right? But a particle of dust will have several atoms, and atoms can be referred to as particles as well. Molecules can be referred to as particles as well. So in context of chemistry, whether you have subatomic particles, and by that, of course, I mean protons, neutrons, electrons, or you have atoms, or you have ionic compounds, or molecular compounds. Another name for molecular compounds is covalent compounds. All of these can be considered as particles. When you're dealing with ionic compounds, the particles that you get, an example would be salt, sodium chloride, and that particle is referred to as a formula unit. This may be the first time a lot of you are hearing about this. It is commonly misused as just a molecule. Usually when we say NaCl, even teachers are culprit of that. They just say a molecule just to make things easy. But technically, any ionic compound is supposed to be a formula unit. So I have 1 formula unit of sodium written there. Okay, the word molecules is only used, or supposed to be only used, for molecular or covalent compounds. For example, CH4, methane, a molecule of methane. Okay. Then comes atoms. Atoms are just used as atoms. You'd say I have a sodium atom. Atoms can be charged though when you refer to them as ions. So I can say that I have a sodium positively charged ion as well. These are words you can use to refer to particles. Keep this in mind, because when we say 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 of anything. Just like in fruits, you could have bananas, you could have apples, you could have watermelons, different things, different sizes. Just like that, particles can be different things, different sizes, yet all of them, if I say I have 1 mole of sodium atoms, I'm saying I have this many sodium atoms. If I say I have 1 mole of salt, formula units, then I'm saying I have this many formula units of NaCl. If I say I have this many molecules of methane, you get the point. So even though the word particles can be used as an umbrella term, when you get questions where you're asked how many atoms are there, or how many formula units are there, how many molecules are there, it can get confusing for some students when they don't realize that they're looking at just particles that can be represented as 1 mole being equal to 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 of anything.